All right, what's up out there, fellow traders? See here. Let's look at HTGM, the hottest stock in the market. Last week, I actually was buying this in the low fours. Took a small position. Was planning on holding overnight because I thought this would have legs and could double, triple. Because if you don't know low float stocks, when you get a low float stock that gets hot and gets tons of volume, which this one has got, if you look at the volume on this thing, massive volume. So when I saw this massive volume, I thought it could have legs, but then I didn't end up holding overnight because I was listening to people in the webinar. My mentor, one of our coaches, was saying that it was going to crash after hours. People in the chat room were talking about how this is double topping and breaking down. So I didn't. So I just listened and I played it safe. And then I woke up the next morning and I was my thesis was correct, and I would have doubled or tripled my money. So that's frustrating. But overall, though, I had a good week. I had an awesome week last week. I won't go into too many of those trades, but we'll get into this one right here. This morning, I traded this, my first trade of the day this morning. Oops. Yeah, first trade of the day this morning. When it was bouncing here, I tried to get in, but it's moved so fast and I chased my entry. I basically got in way too early. It was coming down. I see it starting to bounce. I ended up getting in like at, I think, 1076 or something like that. It was a terrible entry. And as soon as it started going the other way, I got out immediately at like 1021. I lost 50 cents on it. I had a small position. So, yeah, that was a very, very bad trade. That's okay. GB, I take pretty small positions when it comes to going long because I'm not that comfortable with it, especially with a fast-moving stock like that. GBR was my next trade of the day. These ones right here, I was actually watching this one pre-market. I thought that if it broke yesterday's high or Friday's high at $2 or over $2.25, the pre-market high, that this thing could run. This is another low float. So once these things get volume, once again, they spike, and they spike hard and fast. I essentially was getting out of HTGM, saw this on my screen on my other monitor, and I just pulled the trigger and got in. I got an execution. I was typing in my order at like in the 330s. By the time I got an execution, it was at 245, and then if you look right here, when it hit 3, I thought it might have some trouble at 3, and it put in a lower high on the 1-minute chart. I got out at 299, so that was a good 40-cent move, and like literally that was like 3 minutes. I mean, it went fast. So that was a nice one. Not a huge position, but a nice like 20% gain. And then the next one after that was PULM. This is one that I traded last week too. Traded this one last week. It had already been kind of running up. It was gapping up huge, and I'm liking, especially on the second day, it's already moving into a lot of prior resistance from because this was it's coming off these highs, and it's got a lot of resistance up here in the high 4s, and so when I saw it pre-market gapping up, I thought it would be a good short, and it turned out to be. I missed my execution right out the gate, so what I ended up doing, I missed my execution. Now these are 5-minute candles, so I missed my execution right out the gate. I waited for it to bounce. I shorted at 419 right there, and turns out Dux and Gratani were actually shorting at the exact same time as I was, which was kind of nice, gives you a little confidence. Held all day long, covered half my position. When this started to bounce, I covered half my position at 395, and then the next morning I covered down into this morning panic right here. the other half. So that turned out to be a nice trade. And then today, you'll notice that this thing had a little spike right here. So you got, look, you got resistance here, resistance here. So that is a key level that looks like it's holding, and this is coming down. Let's go to a 1 minute chart, and I traded this today. So you got all this resistance right here in the 270s. So when this failed in the 270s, when you see this topping action and it's coming down, I got in at 3. I remember it had this crash right here, and then I got in at 368 on the bounce, and then it came down nicely. It had this huge red candle. I got out on this red candle right here at 347. So that was a nice trade as well. So that was the morning. Then comes the afternoon. I had no more day trades left, and ooh, look at this. VRAY is gapping up huge. I kind of fucked up right here. I'm probably going to lose some money on this one now, but that's okay. I almost nailed the top when it was spiking. I was watching this, and when it broke out, and I thought it might have trouble in the $10 area, I put it in an order at $9.98. Missed the top by 3 cents. And then, what do? I chase it down. So this is an emotional trade. I chase it down to the 950s. 952 is, I think, what I got it in. That's terrible, terrible entry, terrible trade. And I realized that after that, but I didn't want to violate PDT, so I didn't have to hold it overnight. Otherwise, I would have just got out into like this, taking this 10-cent gain, because after I got in, I realized that it was a bad trade. So that was a fuck up. Congratulations, me. And then my other overnight play is which one was it? MBRX. Is that it? No.
What's up, boss man?
Not much. Give me a second. Do you need something right now?
No.
I'm making a video real quick.
Just bothering you.
Yeah. So my last one of the day was, I can't remember the ticker. The hell was it? I got ticker dyslexia. Last one of the day was GRMX. There we go. GRMX. Sorry about that. Alright, so we've seen this before. Tim was just talking about it in his video lesson yesterday. This thing crashes huge. High of 142. Crashed all the way down to 45 cents. So I got in. It put in a double bottom right here. I got in at 50 cents. What's up?
Oh, sorry. Do you have like a matches or whatever?
Yeah.
Sorry, I mean.
You're okay. No worries. So yeah, it puts in a lower high right here. I immediately got in at 50 cents. And if those of you are wondering, I'm at work right now, so I should be working and pay attention to what the hell I'm doing and not making video lessons on the stock market. But yeah, I got a nice little bounce right here, and if I wouldn't, and I wanted to get out at 67 cents, but I couldn't because I have no day trades. But yeah, this is 17 cents, so this is a nice profit right here. I'm looking to sell immediately in the morning for a 10 or 20% gain. So, but if you look at this is my number one long setup that I love. I mean, look at it. You got a big crash. So we should expect a 50% retracement at least on this. So on this crash, I mean, I think it should come back to, 80 cents, maybe 90 cents, maybe even $1. Who knows? And those of you CNBX, same thing. Look, CNBX crash for 2 days, puts in this this morning star doji right here, and then you get that retracement. So CNBX, EMMD, huge crash. And this one just came back the same day. Shit. Huge crash. I was buying this down at 54 cents and selling it at 58. How embarrassing is that? Look how much money I missed out on there. It's fucking terrible. GRMX. So yeah, same thing. Oh, GRMX. So I don't know why. I alerted this in the chat room. I mean, I'm thinking this thing is going to go to the 70s or 80s. So we'll see tomorrow. But right now I'm up 10 cents on a 50-cent stock. So I'm good overnight. Anyways, happy trading, everybody. Be well.